bottom of the fourth inning. The Dodgers know perfectly well. They have the National League West division wrapped up. And the two teams that'll be playing in that one-game playoff, the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Cincinnati Reds. Tomorrow is the final game, but the wild card game could be played, I believe it's going to be on Tuesday, in Pittsburgh or possibly in Cincinnati. So a lot could be happening there as the Pirates, they blew out the Reds today 8-3. Padres over the Giants 9-3. The Brewers in extra innings 4-2 over the New York Mets. And the St. Louis Cardinals win 6-2, and they are now leading for that top seed in the National League. As Jeff pointed out in our update, the NBA training camp has started today. The exhibition season is going to be tipping off next week, and because we're a few weeks away from the opening of the NBA regular season, which starts on October 29th. And of course, for the NFL, we got a lot of action to get ready for tomorrow. The games we have on tap, here are the early games. The Baltimore Ravens at the Buffalo Bills up in Orchard Park, New York, at Ralph Wilson Stadium. At Cleveland Browns Stadium, it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals at the Cleveland Browns. Chicago Bears going up to Ford Field to take on the Detroit Lions. The New York Football Giants at the Kansas City Chiefs up in Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri. In London, England. I was ready to say Minneapolis, Minnesota. In London, England, it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Minnesota Vikings. And the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers down in Tampa Bay, Florida. In Jacksonville, Florida, it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars hosting the Indianapolis Colts. The Seattle Seahawks playing a big game against the Houston Texans. Here are the late games for tomorrow afternoon. The New York Jets at the Tennessee Titans. Philadelphia Eagles at the Denver Broncos. Washington Redskins at Oakland Raiders. The Dallas Cowboys at the San Diego Chargers. And Sunday Night Football on NBC, it will be the New England Patriots at the Atlanta Falcons. And Monday Night Football on ESPN, that will feature the Miami Dolphins at the New Orleans Saints. For Sports World Radio, I am Sean Mann, your co-host and update man. Now back to the host of Sports World Radio, Jeff Escow. Take it away, Jeff.
That update was brought to you by BuyHuntingEquipment.com. For all your camping, fishing, hiking, and hunting gear, head on over to BuyHuntingEquipment.com. That's BuyHuntingEquipment.com. All right, welcome back to the show. Let's bring in the two Schmedleys right now. We'll bring in Gio and Kenny C. See if they both come on in. I don't know if they're ready, but what the hell? Right, Sean?
Yeah, we're ready to go when everybody else is.
Gio, how are you, buddy?
Good.
Good. Glad to see you, man. I don't know if Kenny. I don't know if Kenny's ready or not. I haven't seen him in the room. So, you there, Kenny?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, what's up, buddy? Thank you for grabbing the phone and jumping in with us today. We got Gio on the line with us also, Kenny.
Hey, Kenny.
What up?
All right. So, what do you say? We get started. I'm assuming everybody got a point for the San Francisco-St. Louis game.
Very easily, because San Francisco I just outplayed St. Louis in every category, and Jim Harbaugh needed it because they played a horrible game at home against Indianapolis. And here's our first pick, everybody. We got Baltimore Ravens traveling up to Buffalo to take on the Bills.
Sean?
I'm going to go with the Ravens in this one.
I'm going with Baltimore as well. Gio?
Baltimore.
Kenny?
I'm going with the Ravens as well.
So all four of us are going. Last week, all four of us went with a lot of teams, and we all lost a lot.
Wait, we all sucked.
Yeah, last week was a debacle.
Yeah.
What did you get? How many points did you get there, Gio?
Glad we're here.
5.
You got 5?
Yeah.
Holy cannoli.
I think I got 7 or 8.
I got 7. How many did you get, Sean?
I'm looking at it right now. I got a total of 7 points.
Ooh, so Gio was the low man on the totem pole. That's why he jumped. That's why he jumped from number 1 down to number 3.
Well, what was so funny is that when Gio popped on Skype, apparently what happened is I was visiting with you, Jeff, talking about the Giants-Panthers game, and I was talking with Gio about it. And Gio and I were like saying, boy, our pick'em is really
terrible,
bad this
man.
weekend.
It's terrible. I couldn't believe it. I hope I have a better week for Jiminy Cricket.
Even the experts had bad weeks.
I know. I know. It was bad everywhere this last week. It was horrible. Probably one of the worst weeks in NFL picks history.
For us, yes.
Well, for everybody. Okay,
I know. It's been a long time since we were all way off,
Yeah.
and especially the experts, too.
Here comes a really nice game. Cincinnati heading over to Cleveland. Let's go over to Gio.
Cincinnati.
Ooh, Kenny.
Going with Cincinnati too.
Sean.
Like the way the Bengals are playing, I think Andy Dalton's going to have a big game for them. So I'm going to go with the Cincinnati Bengals to go in there and beat the Browns.
Damn it. Okay, I'm going with Cincinnati too. Damn it. Oh, my Lord. That means either we're going to have 3 points or we're only going to have 1, boys.
Even though Cleveland barely squeaked the game out in Minneapolis last weekend.
Yeah, and we all lost that game except for you, right? Remember,
well,
let me see something.
I switched my pick before the game started, and I went with Cleveland. Then I went with Minnesota.
Right.
I lost a point.
Right. So instead of us laughing at you and say, you're going with Cleveland, you should have stuck with your point, and you would have won. But no, you couldn't do that. So.
Well, the Vikings are going to have to make sure that they can do well with Matt Castles, their quarterback. But we'll get to that.
We'll get to there when we get to there. Next game we got coming up, Detroit is hosting the Bears. Sean, who you taking?
Going to go with the Chicago Bears. Jay Cutler's been pretty impressive so far.
Oh, man. Okay, Kenny?
I was going to go with the Lions, but due to the injuries of Wedgie Bush and now Nate Burleson, I'm going with the Bears.
Oh, no. Gio?
Bears.
Oh, no.
Jeff, you?
I'm going with the Bears. Oh, man. Okay, so that's another one that we all, something, this is really getting to be bad. Either we're all going to be good or we're all going to stink again this weekend. One of the two things are going to happen. But I have a feeling this game is going to be changing it. So go ahead, Sean.
The next game we got, and this is a really big one for Giant fans and for the whole Giants team. The New York Football Giants traveling to Arrowhead Stadium to take on the Kansas City Chiefs, and this is a big game for both teams.
Sean, who you taking?
After last weekend's horrible performance by the Giants, I'm going to have to go with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Kenny, who you taking?
Going with the Chiefs as well.
Okay, Gio, before I let you make your pick, I got to remind you that the New York Giants lost 3 started offensive linemen for this game. Who you picking?
The Chiefs.
And Jeff, who you taking?
I have no choice. I'm taking the Giants.
Well,
that's
we'll
1 point for us.
I have no choice. I'm taking the
Eli
Giants.
and those turnovers against that defense. Come on, man.
I get tired of picking all 3. Every time I pick the Giants, they freaking lose. So I'm getting tired of freaking picking them. I'm losing my
Well,
point.
this is another one of the biggest games. If the Giants don't turn around, you could see Tom Coughlin's job be on the line.
He's not going anywhere.
Okay, you know what? Gio, you live out there. What's the rumblings?
Actually, Tom Coughlin actually lives in my town.
What was that?
The head coach for the Giants actually lives in my town. He lives in the Bears Nest, right in my town.
Oh, really? Are there any rumblings about Coughlin have to go yet?
Nah, I don't hear that. It's just people just saying the Giants suck.
Yeah, well, we all know that. You see the picture I put up on Facebook last night?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, okay. So,
well, Kenny, you still say that he's not going anywhere. Why would you say that? Because the Giants, if it gets worse for them, they could lose Coughlin as their coach. Then Eli may not be the same.
Well, I don't think it's Tom Coughlin's fault. Tom Coughlin's not on the offensive freaking line, is he?
No, but we'll have to see how they look tomorrow playing against a very tough Chiefs team.
I have no choice.
Saying it.
I bleed blue.
Look, Sean, all I'm saying is because he's a 2-time Super Bowl champion, and every time when people count the Giants out, they eventually turn things around. And I think his job is more safe than some of the other coaches out there. I mean, regardless of what happens to the Giants, he's not going anywhere. Who are you going to find replacing a 2-time Super Bowl champion?
You're right.
Who are you going to find replacing Coughlin?
Exactly.
Because I remember Coughlin's job was on the line in 2007, and then they went all the way and won it there. And then his job was on the line in 2011, and then look what happened there. So you are right. The next game we got is from London, England. It'll be the 0-3 Pittsburgh Steelers against the 0-3 Vikings. Go ahead, Gio.
Minnesota.
Kenny.
Gonna go with Pittsburgh.
Sean.
Wes, this is for you, buddy. I'll take the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I'm so freaking torn with this pick, man. On one hand, I want to pick Minnesota, but they got Castle starting.
That's right.
All right, and on the other hand, I don't want to pick Minnesota because of West, and I hate Ben Roethlisberger, and they're not playing very well. So you know what? I'm gonna pick Minnesota. You want to know something? I have it marked down in my thing as Pittsburgh, and I'm changing it to Minnesota. I'm taking.
Yeah, both teams are so sloppy right now, and for the Vikings, 2 heartbreaking losses: Cleveland, and then they lose to Chicago, 31-30, and then they get
what are you gonna do?
Played in really, really bad in
the
week 1.
The 0-3 Tampa Bays are hosting the Arizona Cardinals. Gio?
Tampa Bay.
Kenny?
Going with Arizona.
What? The Cardinals?
So we know where Sean's going with his pick, Tampa Bay.
Buccaneers, yeah.
You're taking the Buccaneers?
Take the Bucks.
I'm going with Arizona.
What? Jeff, Kenny, why are you picking Arizona? Give me a break.
You do know they have Mike Glennon, rookie quarterback, starting against Arizona. Yeah, come on, exactly. I take Palmer over Glennon. Thank you very much.
Next game, we got Indianapolis going into probably, I feel, the worst team in the NFL, the Jacksonville Jags. Sean, who are you picking?
Maurice Jones-Drew. I'm going to take Indianapolis.
Kenny C?
Indy.
Gio?
Indy.
And I'm taking Indy as well.
Because Jeff just can't stand Maurice Jones-Drew and the Jaguars.
No, it's just the Jags I don't like. So whoever's on that team is shit out of luck.
Seattle at Houston tomorrow. The 3-0 Seahawks against the 2-1 Houston Texans. This was a tough one for me, Jeff, but
it's a tough game.
I'm going to go with Houston in this one.
Gio.
Seattle.
Kenny.
Ooh.
Despite Seattle's struggles on the road, I trust their defense more than Houston, so I will pick the Seahawks.
I'm taking the Seahawks, too, in that game there.
Actually, I've just made an announcement. I'm going to switch my pick and go with Seattle.
What? Oh. You know what?
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit is right. Last time he did that, what happened?
I lost.
Exactly.
Like going another bad weekend like last week.
Okay, exactly. So I'm switching my pick to Houston.
Oh, my gosh. Now, what happens if Seattle wins and you lose that point? And then Jeff will say,
I'm still blaming it on you. I'm still going to blame it on you.
Oh, sure. I get blamed for everything.
So I'm taking Houston in that game there. All right, next game we got Tennessee hosting Sean's old favorite team, the New York Jets. Let's go with Sean.
You're not going to believe this, everybody, but I'm upset special. I'll take the Jets.
Oh, my Lord. Kenny?
I wouldn't call this an upset by any means, but because of the karma and the fact that the Titans got away with that pass interference, I think karma is going to bite them in the ass. I'm picking the Jets.
Gio?
Karma, man.
I'm picking Tennessee. I'm picking Tennessee.
You're taking Tennessee. I'm taking Tennessee in this game, too. Next game we got Denver hosting Philly. Sean?
Where are you, Browning? Just kidding. I'm taking the Denver Broncos.
Kenny?
Broncos.
Gio?
Broncos.
And I'm taking the Broncos, too. Oh, my Lord.
This week is going to be great. It's going to suck.
The next game we got the pink sheet boy, the Washington Scammers at the Oakland Raiders. Every time I think of Scammers, I think of Jeff the whole time. I'll take pink sheet boys, Washington Scammers.
Kenny.
Terrell Pryor is having a concussion, and only God knows who the quarterback is. Maybe God should be the quarterback of the Oakland Raiders at this point. I'm picking RG3, the Skins.
Gio.
Redskins.
I had Oakland, but I have to pick the Redskins in this game. Even though I don't like them, I have to pick the Redskins.
You have to give Pink Sheet Boy a little bit of credit. His team needs some help, so I guess we're all picking the Scammers.
You have to. You have to. All right, so next game we got is a nice game. I wish I can get to it myself. The Dallas Cowboys playing the San Diego Chargers in San Diego. Kenny?
I do want to